and welcome to another video. It's an absolutely gloriously sunny day here in Sheffield. Cold though, the autumn is definitely here. Good news is my shower is now fully functional. The bathroom's very nearly finished. If you don't know, I'm getting my bathroom done. And if you don't know me, by the way, hello, my name's Emma. I'm an illustrator based in Sheffield, and these are my daily-ish vlogs. Because they're daily vlogs, they do get filled with like stuff I'm doing day to day. It's not all illustration. But I just bring you along. I bring you along with my life. So if you want to watch, brilliant. If you don't, that's fine. You don't have to. It's not going to be for everyone, guys. So I'm getting my bathroom done. And now, while I don't want to show the bathroom yet, because it's so close to being done, I think it'll be a nice surprise to have a reveal. I do need to go and investigate some materials for a bath panel that is my responsibility to make, which I think is going to be all right. I think it's going to be easy, but let me show you what I mean. So at the moment, the side of the bath is just open, and it needs something that isn't fixed all the time, but can just slot in, but also look quite nice. So I've been investigating tongue and groove effect panels that you can buy. So it would eliminate the need for me to put tongue and groove together and make a frame. I'd buy it on a panel, I'd cut it to the right size, slot it in. Hopefully, Bob's your uncle. But we'll see. The first step in that process is very much going to buy the thing, or at least look at the thing. So come along with me. Okay, we're at the third location. First location had paneling, but it was dead expensive. For the amount that I'd need, it was going to cost 60 quid, maybe 80. But I found some in another location, which is a lot. It's further away. I've had to drive here. But I should be able to get one panel, cut it down, and that should cost me like £24. No brainer. Let's go and see if we can find it. say that just about fits. Well, I'm glad it all fit, because it was touch and go for a second. So let's get this back. I've got 2 panels just in case I mess up the first panel, and you know, it is highly possible that could happen. So they were on offer, and it's still cheaper than buying extra of the first lots. So okay, I'm home, and it's a good job I looked at my calendar because I have got a Patreon draw together Zoom tonight, and with all the building work it's completely slipped my mind, so I need to just go and make an invite for that, get some food and then we're going to go and draw together. Phew, that was a close call. It's with all this building work going on, my brain is completely flipped upside down. So that's all been scheduled. If you ever do want to join in, it's no obligation obviously, but you can find them at patreon.com/Emma Woodthorpe, that's me. And the drawing sessions are available on the cheapest of my tiers and above, and my tiers start at £1 a month. You can either keep your membership rolling over, or you can just join for 1 month and cancel before the month ends, and then you will not be charged for any other months. So no obligation, but if I never mention it, no one will ever know. So that's what's going on tonight. I'm going to go and get some food now because I am hungry. I can still smell last night's dinner, which is delicious. You know, the smell of like cooked potatoes and onions, yum. So I don't know what I'm going to have that's going to live up to that expectation, but I'm going to go and grab some lunch, then get some drawing materials because it'll be very close to starting. Rolly also needs a bit of attention. I feel really bad because I remembered about the drawing session. Here he is. I remembered about the drawing session and rushed upstairs, and he hasn't received the love that he deserves. So I'm going to go and give him a little bit of love, maybe a bit of lunch as well. And the next time you see me, I'll be setting up for the live Zoom session. Hello, I've got 10 minutes until this thing starts, and I'm just going to choose some materials. For these sessions we do time sketches. If you've watched me before, you'll have heard me talk about them. So we do time sketches, they're dead quick. A lot of them are 30 seconds and 1 minute. Some of them are 3 minutes and a couple 5 minutes. So I don't want anything that takes too long to put some colour down. Last time I used charcoal, so did some cats. This one that with the cats on actually is available on YouTube. I did a little taster session. So if you would like to get a flavour for what my live drawing Zooms are like, you can go along and do that. It's not exactly the same, it's not as long, and it's not, yeah, basically it's just not as long. I used cats from the Cat Shelter website. Some of those cats might still be available for adoption depending on when you watch this. So go and have a little look. If you want to get involved, that's a little freebie. And then if you like them, you know where to find me. If you don't, that's completely fine. Last time I used charcoals. Charcoals are good. I'm probably going to get some charcoals out. But you know, I do quite like working with inks and sticks. A great thing that sticks do is it just adds a little bit of chaos into your work. So if you find that you're getting too caught up in the detail, you're getting too worried about the end result. If you draw with something like a stick dipped in some ink or some paints, you're not going to get uniform lines. You're going to get random, wobbly, scribbly lines, and the outcome won't be within your control. So it's a good way to loosen up. The only problem is, in a quick session like this, it doesn't dry very well, which is why I've got this bit of paper here. So I'll draw on one sheet, turn it over onto that to stop it blobbing and ruining the sheet before it. And sometimes it smudges, sometimes it doesn't. But this is my rough, messy sketchbook. I use a big A3 sketchbook, which double page spreads to A2, if you know your paper sizes, because A2 is double A3. So it's a messy sketchbook. I don't mind it becoming not finished pieces at the end. I've only got a few pages left in this. I'll probably finish this book in this session, but I better go and get started. So I'm going to try and set you up on a timer. I don't have a lot of battery left on my camera, so let's see how much I get. But I'll do a little time lapse of my drawings, and if you ever want to join in, all of my drawing sessions are recorded. So even though you haven't been able to join this in live, it will be recorded and put up in Patreon, and you'll be able to access that for as long as or whenever you're a patron. So if you decided that you only wanted to stay for 1 month and then you cancelled your membership, you could always dip back in the future if you wanted to and catch up on all of the sessions that you missed in your absence. So it's really kind of flexible for your kind of budget. So I'll get you set up and you at least get to watch what I do. Well, that's the session over. There was a bit of a panic halfway through where Zoom cut me off half an hour into the session rather than 45 minutes like it should. But as is the way of things. So I just zoomed back on there. I've got to stop saying that. I popped back onto Zoom, used the same meeting link, and everyone was there waiting for me. So I've got to go and edit 2 videos together now because those 2 recordings need to go into the Patreon feed as soon as possible. But before I do that, I'm going to show you the drawings close up that I did in the session. So the first ones were like 1 minute drawing. Oh no, these were 30-second drawings. A lot of these sessions were just to get your eye in. I tried some ink. Ink didn't really work for me. I went back to charcoals. Tried some pencils later on. I'm really pleased with the last one, actually. But it took all of the kind of ones that didn't necessarily work or I didn't have time to finish to kind of build that muscle memory up so I could get to the stage where I was able to make something that I quite enjoyed. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that one. But all of them serve a purpose. So yeah, all of them serve a purpose. The reason I do time sketching is it does build muscle memory. It distances you from feeling rubbish about the end result, because if you're doing a drawing in 30 seconds, you're not going to get a masterpiece out of it. You might get a few scribbles. You might you might get a line or two. What you're doing, though, is actively practicing converting what you see onto the page without the pressure of it having to be brilliant. So Time Mini Sketches really unlocked something in my brain anyway. And I can highly recommend it if you, not just in my sessions, obviously, if you want to join my sessions, I can recommend those as well. But just generally, time your sketches. In fact, there is a good resource from the people at the Good Ship Illustration. If you go to their website, I think it's like thegoodshipillustration.com. Let me find it for you. Hang on. Thegoodshipillustration.com. They have some free resources, and one of them is The Sketchbooker's Friend, which is an audio guide which they filmed back when the pandemic was on, and it was to help people practice drawing at home, and it's an audio guide talking you through how to do time sketching, and that's what got me onto time sketching, and that was really the key to me starting drawing properly, like having a relationship with my drawing that was healthy and was sustainable, and I got something out of. So go and check that out if you want something free. If you fancy joining in my drawing sessions, hopefully next time I won't have so many bugs in the system, but at least I know what to do if that happens again. So yeah, if you want to join my Zoom, feel free, you know where I am. And remember, it is really flexible. You can cancel whenever you want and you can come back whenever you want. So there is that. But I'm going to leave this video here because I've got things to edit now. So I will catch you hopefully in the next one. So until then, bye.